Hello, Ephesium.
Hello, Oksana.
So we're just gonna basically not talk about anything, but let's just I'm gonna go and channel and you ask questions, and because
Good,
I
good.
mean I said it before, I'm saying it again. I am not saying anything against one country or the other, because I can care less about any leaders. I can care less about politics. I don't participate in religion, in groups. I feel like groups are infiltrated because we live in the this is the era of truth, and truth is going to come out no matter how hard AI technology is trying to suppress it by fake theories. And that's why I don't read anything, I don't watch anything. I literally do not watch anybody who explains anything. And because I feel like we need to disconnect from politics completely, from the idea of duality, which people split, this politician is good, this politician is bad. I feel like all politics are bad, no matter who they are. This is my personal opinion. I just don't want even to go into it and research about, how they look, what they think, how they do it, because it's a spider web of different multi-layered, things, and
Mhm.
I'm not digging into it. And I refuse to talk about religion. I refuse about talking about, well, which country is good, which country is bad, because I feel there are good, beautiful people live in every country, and who against killing of innocent people, children, babies, and those people who live in the in they connected to their soul. They know what is right, what is wrong. Let's just go by the feeling, by the emotion. What is right, what is wrong? Is it right to justify the killings of people by some ideology, propaganda, idea, theory? You cannot get rid of one bad thing by doing another bad thing. Let's just think logically. I am asking people to think logically, to think with the heart, with and put themselves in the shoes of those people who lose babies, who lose children, who lose loved ones, all around the world. I'm not talking about one country. Look how many wars, how much destruction is all around the world. Look how many, how many babies and kids are tortured in underground facilities all around the world in every single country, because every single country has religion, every single country has churches, and we know what they do in churches, all this cults and all this stuff. You know what I mean? Just think about it. So stop thinking duality terms. This country is good, this country is bad, this president is good, this is bad.
What side
Like,
to take, or I going with
right,
with a country, or go to so the
oh,
duality basically.
right,
So
duality has to be
we
gone.
say
This
many
duality.
times, we say many times, when you choose a side, you are like them. If it's you think it's
Hmm.
good or bad, you are like them. Your consciousness, unfortunately, is already let's say kidnapped by the program.
Right.
And it's when we are beyond, we don't play the game. But
Right.
you know, what we care here, guys, is about the humanity, about souls. And people take even one soul is guilty, is a criminal. If behind you can say anything you want, oh, he's a savior, he saved the children. I saw groups. I was wow. I couldn't believe, no compassion at all, and they're killing babies, children, hospital, bombarding the people, starving for dehydration. They dying for anything in front of our eyes. People they don't give a damn. So
Mhm.
this is not about taking side. This is about to be human. And now we're going to check. We're going to ask some questions to Oksana to see even the level of consciousness of groups that all these people they spread this theories without proof, without pictures, without names, without exactly the place where they says they are these biolabs. And we start with the biolabs, yeah? I say, hey,
Consciousness level, what you asked me to
mm,
check is 2 to 3%.
mm,
The highest would be 14 in groups.
in groups, yeah.
Um, because you know what happens? I see like imagine a huge metallic squid. It's right in front of me, and underneath the squid there's like one group of people, right? Or I see another one that looks more like an octopus. It's all AI generated. It runs the fuel is AI black goo stuff. It looks much like black, like oil, machine oil or whatever, black goo,
Mm-hmm,
AI. This one holds multiple groups,
mm-hmm,
and all they're connected with some sort of metallized kind of connective cord that I feel like runs. It's almost like electricity type, but that's a supply of energy coming from the people who are inside the groups, and it feeds the AI machine that actually controls, and it connected to this layer of common consciousness
mm-hmm,
that feeds the programs into the people. It's kind of like during the times that we lived with this famous, virus thing. Um, that it was like people were scared, even those who didn't, refuse to think about it, they would still get thoughts about it. That's kind of like it works, how it works. If they constantly bombard you with information, based on this AI generated programs of explanations, because the main goal is to make you disconnect from your soul, from your mental emotional bodies,
mm-hmm.
so you become desensitized, you become like a walking a robot, but bio robot or whatever you call it, mannequin, puppets, without disconnected from your emotions, from your feelings, from your mental reasoning. You can't mentally reason and connect anymore. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? They make you focus on one thing. And if you tell these people, but look, if they're saving somebody underground, but at the same time they're killing somebody on top, then it's wrong. They don't even take it. They don't understand what you're saying. They cannot logically process. The brain processor is turned off. It's taken over by the AI technology located inside that squid that, was one
Yeah.
group, or that octopus was multiple groups. It doesn't matter.
Can you check, Oksana, when we are in a phone call, I was talking about before, because I noticed as well when I was talking early with a person, and in the WhatsApp, when I mentioned the word war, invasion, Russia, they don't listen to anymore my voice. Is always disconnected. Can you check if there is an esoteric, reason, energetic one, or is it just my network doesn't work? Or, but I notice is happening often when I mention this, when I call war, because some people they don't want to admit it's a war. They says, "Oh, not it's a war. It's an operation of salvation." Okay.
It's we're living in some sort of mega YouTube system. If I can compare it, I would compare it. This would be the analogy.
Mm-hmm.
I see the network. Through the network, there I see numbers. Those are codes of certain words. The words we speak go through communication system of the same grid. It's
Mm-hmm.
layover of grids, okay, and they're all connected. When the
Mm-hmm.
grid, the word goes, it splits, it goes, turns into a code immediately. Code that runs through the grid, overlaps it, catches it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a like if you put a fork into the outlet, you'll see
Yeah.
sparks. The same idea. It disrupts the
Do you
connection,
think when
disrupts.
they, because obviously all these words, like, Facebook, sometimes they go to automatic, you say a word, automatically you are censored or you are blocked, etc., etc. Now, with verbally, you can just pronounce a word that can disconnect you with the line, or just you move. But in the moment that the friend that is behind, I'm basically talking with, it doesn't listen my voice, or I don't listen her voice anymore, or his voice. What's
Mm.
happening in that moment? They are even know, because they know about everything, because even I notice, cyber attack, they try to leak my social media, which they can do whatever they want, unless they can take my face, which I don't think how much they can gain. But I don't, there's nothing to lose. But I noticed that often in the last, when obviously what we say, not many people likes, many people they disagree, and to be honest, I don't care. But anyway, I noticed that I am under attack, under
Oh,
attack.
I feel so nauseous. I feel so sick. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw up if I run away. Like,
Okay.
wait a minute. Let me.
Okay, just take a breath. I can send you some high.
Yeah, it's about because I started digging for this, and all I see is layers upon layers of AI technology, and it's like taking over the timelines. It's like, if you see multiple chords, those are timelines. And I see a grip of a metallic hand, looks like a reptilian, but it's made out of metal
Mhm.
with sharp nails, and it's holding it. And it's kind of like shooting all this with to all the countries, all the groups, all the people who are searching for information or don't trusting their themselves, or cannot go inside themselves, or lost the ability because of fear or mistrust, or because they're twisting it, they're twisting information on purpose. They're throwing theories at us on purpose. I see it's like fireworks of from metallic bombs going into us, into our like informational field, our reality, because they want us to get totally confused. And in this total confusion, you disconnect from your own ability to think. The same thing happens to you when you're in constant fear mode, which they're trying to put people in this country, in my country, internal fear.
A big
You
part
at some
of it.
point you lose the ability to rationally, analytically think. And that's their goal, but they're doing it across the world, different ways. I see them. Colliders are working, by the way. They're not done, closed, or anything. I see colliders, and I see winds, I see tornadoes, I see floodings, I see mud floods. This is all going to come to put people in the survival mode of fear.
Yeah,
That's what I
to be
see.
distracted, because before we had the pandemic that they keeping you, talking always. They really created a terror, a strategy of terror,
Mm.
bombarding every second with the news, with the media, everywhere basically. So they really, really. But now is the obviously this is invasion. This is a war, economic war, we can say, silent and cold. And in the meantime, somebody's killing, but for some people it's fine. Some people is, yes, it's the savior. Whatever is they can sacrifice, millions of Ukrainians and children, doesn't matter. All the animals, people starving to death in the basements, it's okay. Because this God, they created a God idol, yeah, that is saving. So somebody, if saves you, doesn't kill you. I mean,
It's it's
and
a
I'm
it's
very
a, it's a
surprised.
substitute for religion, because now
Exactly.
people don't believe in religion. They need a leader to believe in him or her. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but many religious people they're creating gods.
Exactly.
That's what is happening. Okay, and many people they believe in God. They says, God bless you," but then they says, "Bless Putin." God bless Putin. Putin is killing
This
people,
thing,
children.
Ephesians, the thing is, like, I'm observing, I am now in. For some reason, I'm in Russia and I see a lot of biolabs there.
It's everywhere the Biolabs. But I would like that you check, Oksana, where is the big one of the biggest one, and please.
Siberia, Mongolia, borders there. St. Petersburg, easy to transport, underground, underwater,
Mhm.
like under the water, sea floors.
What about in Ukraine? It's true that there is a biolab that they say Donbass,
There,
wherever. I mean, they say there
there's
is.
there's some facilities there, but there are more in Russia than in Ukraine, and there are more in China than in Russia. That's how crazy that is.
Okay, can you
But there,
channel
but wait a
one
minute.
in China?
It's leading me to America. There's so many in America. Canada, Ottawa, Canada, Vancouver, Toronto,
Canada, Vancouver.
Quebec. It lights up for me.
Can you
Like
can you channel Oksana in one of these biolab what is happening?
North Korea.
Can you check who's there and who's the people that are connecting with each other? Is everybody involved? Is only one country involved? Two countries, three countries? How's the real story here? Because I mean,
Let me go all the way back. This is really crazy confusing because um there's underground facilities, children. You know that the sign was two hammers crossed. It's everywhere in the world. It's like the whole map is like covered with red dots for me. I mean, I can
mm,
go forever with the names of the cities here.
so it's all around the world then.
No, Irkutsk, Chita. Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's not what you think. It's not about cleansing one area or the other. I see the pyramid of alien beings who are
Mhm.
cleansing the whole earth. It's not about cleansing one country or the other, or biolabs or biochemicals or whatever. No, Ephesia. They want the whole earth repopulated with. I see Nordics. They came up with a plan of superhuman something. Something superhuman. Repopulate the whole. This piece we call Earth, like a map. One race of superhumans. That's it. Nothing else. It has to be one race.
So what they do with a child? What do they do? What is the basically the experiment? Or is some people says they selling organs to who? Who's the buyer? Who's the seller?
It's really crazy because they already have the DNA that comes to me of the DNAs needed of the cleanest races that they want to combine to, and they already have in their on their huge. It's like giant spaceships, giant. It's imagine the territory of Russia and the spaceship as largest territory of Russia. Okay,
Mhm.
and on the spaceship, I see the labs and the cloned bodies of this like very tall, Nordic looking, very white skin. It's like the blue eyes. You would think that they're beautiful, but when I see them taking them out of and when they open their eyes, they look so evil, just weird. And they want to cleanse the whole human population of the earth. This is starting to make me sick because I clearly understand it now. And there are a lot of motherships like this. They're giant, they're kilometers long for you to understand. They carry different alien groups who participate in this project, taking over Earth and repopulating it. And then it shows me the Noah's Ark fake story, but truth about the repopulating the Earth the same way, except it's going to be different this time.
Mhm.
The,
So
the, this,
the governments, they are aware about all this deal. Okay.
yes,
Is
because
anybody
there's
that know?
certain Certain countries, certain leaders, certain countries, certain armies are gonna be used according to the alien invasion takeover plan of the this part of the earth. This
Okay.
part, this, it comes to me not the part of the earth, this projection of the earth we're in. Um, it's like they want to hack the system they already created before, but the system has to be replaced with a new system. In order for it to be replaced, you also have to destroy the bodies of the soul who are in the bodies. And there are different programs they are activating one by one by one. It's a domino thing.
Mm-hmm.
Each domino has a different program, Ephesians. This is not only what we started with the famous, you know, mm, virus coming from China. We're gonna end up with something very much different here, including disasters and stuff, and fall of economy and a lot of stuff like that.
Apparently,
It,
there will be a big one, another big pandemic.
oh boy, it's gonna
God
be worse
knows
that you
which
think.
is in
It's
the
gonna
process.
be, I see like a field of, crops that they make bread of, wheat, it's called, right? And it's like they get dry all of a sudden, go like this, and it's dead. And then I see the whole field is black. But mm, there's a way out of this, though. This is like my my soul tells me now. This is the where they want you to be heading now. But they didn't expect that a lot of people are still alive in their heart and soul, and they're ready to unite. And then I see the fences down and the people running
Mm-hmm.
and hugging each other. And this is the parallel timeline to the one we're on. So we are doing this right now. You know the seesaw
Mm-hmm.
that kids sit on both sides? We're doing this now.
Yeah.
So I see people who believe in theories at some point walking to the other side who believe in the heart connection.
Mm-hmm.
And the feeling of you're my friend because you're human, and it doesn't matter for me what country you come from. If you are a good person, you are pro life, I'll support you. And there's going to be this for quite a while here.
Mm-hmm.
I see like 8 9 months for sure. It's not only going to be related to humans trying to reprogram and seeing the truth straight at their faces, but also economy, money system, a lot of collapse. I see the word collapse.
Yeah, because
Collapse of Russian slash Roman Empire. This leads to other collapses, domino effect.
check the how many the percentage of consciousness, real consciousness, not will going to be left after all this, or when the truth finally will be out. When we see the game, when the many people they realize they was just like chess game, they was only used. How many they will wake up about this divide e impera, we call the dualism? Who the people will be beyond of this in consciousness?
There's already a fake world projection first
Hmm.
created, where they're just gonna be walking around, kind of like under the hive mind of this particular theory they would pick. Um, it's kind of like, like when you put three soap bubbles and they all connect into one, but they're connected but they're separate. Each one has a different theory,
Hmm.
and the people are going to be in their bubbles.
Yeah, obviously.
They're already in bubbles somehow, because it's all about. I feel very strongly that our mind is everything here.
Hmm.
This is the mind game, okay? This is the mind game. The mind is tricked into believing in duality. You have to pick sides. They want you to pick sides.
Yeah,
Don't pick any sides. Don't pick this theory or that theory. Don't pick
exactly.
this channel over this channel.
And this is what
You
we are
know,
repeating in every video, guys. For people that don't understand, please listen carefully. The dualism, duality doesn't give you nothing. Nobody will never win because it's one
and
you, one me. One time
yeah,
you, one time me. It's just come on. Be
i-
we need to be beyond.
if easy, even those who took this,
Yeah.
a lot of them took not this. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
They're not affected. They're not affected. They're crystal souls, whatever that is. I see them as like as blue water. They're water, and the water repels. It makes the substance form clusters, much like they look like snowflakes, and it pushes it out, and they're gone. There are people like so you can you know what I got like do not judge. Do not judge by what people done in the past. Judge by actions, thoughts now. Now is the moment of truth. That's what I'm getting.
That is very accurate. I check with my pendulum. Some people they will be able to reject the poison of the syrup,
Hmm.
this glue.
They're regenerating something in their bodies also because you can hook you basically via your mind and your belief system right now. It's like a huge, imagine a huge stargate over this little tiny fenced area that we call Earth is opened, a huge, like a huge rainbow. Okay, that's what I see. And this huge rainbow provides you the opportunity to reconnect with your etheric part, and your etheric part is connected to your higher self,
Mm-hmm.
to your true you know? And true you wants to say save true souls. And true you from that perspective doesn't pay attention to all this fakery of this theories, whatever they put in underground, overground. The whole thing is a big biolab. I get the whole world is a biological lab, or you can call
Pharmaceutical
it is
company.
laboratory controlled by different alien groups, period.
Big Pharma is involved in these experiments.
Because they use some substances for the soldiers to take
Yeah,
them,
for
to
the
turn
dreams.
them into cyborgs.
Yeah.
The thing is, when they run out of substance, I see it a yellow. Yellow, you know that kind of color when your nose, you get that mucus out? It's kind of that color. They inject it into soldiers to block the heart. So, and to take over the brain. Take over the brain with the waves. They through that substance they connect to each other. They become like beehive. Beehive can only attack as a beehive. They always have to go by groups.
Like
If they're
synchronized.
separated, yeah, here's the key. If we split them, even by two people, they come back to being humans,
Mm-hmm.
and they would run for their life back to their homes where they came from. As when we get three or more people, and it's for other people too. It doesn't matter if you're at war or not. All of a sudden, you are connected, and if you start believing, it's like you are connected and you can be influenced by AI. This is a thing. So
Yeah.
if more than two people are together, they run potential of being affected and taken over by AI. The bigger the group, the more of a beehive
Mm-hmm.
under AI technology you become.
Of course, they receive the gifts like the attention, the visibility, And this
Right.
is how, it works, and people spread and spread. And it's like, like somebody spreading the voice. Well, and
Right. And then it becomes the
danger.
force of the ego. That's what
Mhm.
I got. The
Yes, I call
force
that
of the
the
ego.
ego.
We are great force. Look at us, how many of us, and we go by the same idea. It's ideology, it's propaganda. You can
Yeah.
call it anything, but this is all generated by AI. Destruction.
And do you
You can
notice, Oksana, sorry if I interrupt you, every groups that we some I know, I yesterday was quite shocked to from Italian group that I was listening so much nonsense. I was like I had to stop. But the ego, we talk about ego. Everybody wants to be God. Everybody wants to be loved and believed, so they can do anything, even to fake and to spread something that they don't even they prove is true. They don't even have the proof if that information is real or not. Pictures. I mean, you can stage a
right.
video, guys, but you can't stage people dying with the blood in the floor. Come on. Or, completely buildings in the floor. But why you don't show me, you don't give me names, the names and the people doing the picture of the children, the people, or what, everything they're doing, because they're accusing, all they're quite very serious accusations. And even if it's true, because we know that they exist in some percentage, who's behind? Tell who's real behind. Okay, so this is why we want with this investigation to basically to expose more as possible the people that spread fakeries, propaganda, and false informations. If they say the truth, yes, you people in the end of the day they believe you because they have the proof. Okay, we give me the names, and that's what we
Mm.
want. Okay. In the meantime, a war, a massacre is happening, and people they don't give a damn. They are checking about where is the map. Yes, tell me where is it? I really want to see it. And these groups, this is what they have to do. And if they can, because they're so brave, because they call themselves wherever they want, they can go there, take a camera, take a group, and go in there because they are protected. The people they're supporting. I'm trying to understand the perceive the way they think, because I want really some proof here.
It basically what comes down to it's like alien groups are fighting against alien groups. Each alien group got a territory under the name of each country of the world. In some countries, like big ones like America or Russia, um, they're basically China. Those are main ones. Mm, there are some groups who really know that the other ones don't want any humans left on the face of Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to even use their own um, ideas. Like, let's say, so I see this draconians, right? Draconian empire behind Russia, for instance, and they're trying to, the draconians are using the like I can't even call a person in charge of the country, a robot in charge of the country, to make it's this country's people go and fight, and basically they don't want to fight. The people don't want to,
Mm-hmm.
and the other ones they're attacking don't want to fight either, but they're forced by this somebody from above, from the sky, basically to do it. And some countries are just like stuck, because if you I got a feeling when I was in this thing like a vortex of energy and information, that if you go as a true soul who wants to help your people in your country and become a president, you understand how sick this system of control that we call politics and presidents is. The whole system. There's nobody good or bad. It's the system that wants to make you bad, period.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And if you're good, they'll kill you and put a doll instead of you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we know that the Biden, Biden, the president, it doesn't look that he's a human at all. He look like he's a.
These are all substitutes. I don't even see who's real anymore. Like they're all dolls, they're all mannequins, they're all either doubles, but they are shapeshift reptilians, or I mean, it's just disgusting, the whole thing. What I'm looking at. Imagine a zoo filled with all kinds of disgusting looking reptilians or dracos and snake people and nagas and Anunnakis there too, and this Nordic looking and grays, and they're all there.
Mhm.
This
What
is our governments, guys.
can
This
you
is
tell me?
all around us.
Can you tell me the most powerful portals where they get in and out? Because I know there are some portals. Even I know they can use the sky wherever they, but there is a definitely these portals where they are so they can even suck. Uh,
Ephesia, it's sick what they're doing. These
mhm.
bombings of the cities, of the buildings. You know why they bombarded the cities and leveled them up with the ground to
Yeah.
dust? Because they want the labs or whatever the stuff is in there to spread across the world. They want all the radioactive material out. They want all they want Chernobyl explode. They want Zaporizhia, 6 blocks of a nuclear explode, so the whole world goes to ashes. That's their goal. But
That's what
this
they
is
want to do.
and they'll do it to other countries. You watch, you watch. If this doesn't stop here, that's gonna spread all over the place.
Some people says no, will be not a nuclear war. Is impossible.
Oh
What's
no, they don't care.
bombarding?
These are not people. These
They're
are not
bombarding
people.
Chernobyl as well. Chernobyl, but apparently they don't have any electricity. If you don't cool down the radiation, basically the
The
central,
reactors,
the
if you don't
reactors,
cool
yeah,
them down, they'll explode.
yeah. So what percentage here you can see that it can explode? Because I was checking, it's quite, to be honest, worrying.
I see the timeline when it exploded and it goes on Poland and Belarus, and it spreads all over the place, Ephesia, to Russia and
70%
Kazakhstan and
chances, I get here.
Mongolia, everywhere.
So what about this chemical? Oh, I will going to ask you before we leave here because we are 1 hour and 14 minutes already. We can ask you a few questions. So we can be very briefly, and then we're going to, end the session. First question is uh, Putin illness. Somebody says that he has a cancer, is healed. Is true or not? I can check with my pendulum as well.
They also want, see, this thing is, I feel like the US wants Ukraine to win, really wants, because the US doesn't want the evil forces to take over some research centers. That this stuff they're researching can be used against humanity. If people see, it's the opposite. This is this is amazing, Ephesia. This is here what I see. The theories are, you every theory, if you flip it upside down, it becomes true, but only when you flip it upside down. They're not taking the labs out. They want to use that stuff against humanity to kill
Okay,
us
no,
all off.
it's not connected with the question I just asked you, no? With Putin. Sorry, John. A bit.
I'm just disturbed by the whole thing that I'm saying. That's why I kind of got sucked
Okay.
into this stupid thing.
Mhm.
Sorry, the Putin is what is that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we understand that that's what they want trying to do to try to confuse and to is definitely very the quality of the strategy is quite very higher. We know that this is why they're creating this kind of program to the people to be against each other. No, it's true. No, it's not true. No, they're good. No, it's bad. Anyway, again, there are apparently rumors. They say that Putin is healed. that is not well, that he has a cancer. Is true or not?
I got through. I also understand how it works because I'm looking China,
Mm.
Russia,
I got
Ukraine,
100%.
America.
Yeah.
So China is the one was telling America that we're going to do something bad to America and the rest of the world. And America knew that Russia planned a war in Ukraine. And we figured that if we help Ukraine win the war, we'll win the war against the evil of Russia and China together, exploding the whole world to ashes. You understand how it goes? So basically, Ukraine is helping to eradicate this grand power of China and Russia united against the whole world because they have the most powerful weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I see the huge rockets, the nuclear rockets, obviously. I see that they could put some stuff from the underground facilities into water, and the whole world will just be ding, in a month, it'll be off. Everything will be, a lot of people will be basically, they can spray stuff. I mean, they have technology almost like I see it's almost like little this black little tiny, it's not even mosquitoes, like some sort of bugs. They almost like, boy, they almost like they have technology that can be invisible to human eye. They can attack and they can spread some stuff to you also. And they have all kinds of stuff. They have some dust they can just like get on you and you'll be all like suffering from burns. They have all kinds of stuff. And that's what America is trying to save the world by mm, helping Ukraine to fight against the two main evil forces are those. I mean, I'm not against the people, okay? If somebody starts killing people in Russia or China, or especially if somebody starts killing their kids, I'll be, first running there, saving their children. I mean, I'm just saying territory is cold, right? These are the countries. These are the countries, and I see draconians behind them. Like literally draconians behind both countries. Mm, there are different types of dragons there. The China also has the red ones, and the black ones are more behind the Russia in control. But this is the time that I see, if I go further, that Ukraine is gonna win and Ukraine is gonna save and stop. It's gonna be still economic collapse in a lot of countries, unfortunately gonna suffer too. But the evil is gonna be stopped, you know? So that's a price. That's a price, and apparently, like I told you, I see the heartbeat, and it's in Ukraine, and there's something about the people there. They have the spirit. It's like they've gone through so much that they went into the mode defend their land no matter what, and they lost the fear of death. And because from a higher perspective, it was like, okay, which country from the former Soviet Union, because Putin got this program running in his fake brain to reunite the countries of the former Soviet Union and create big, huge Soviet Union back together again, which and they looked at each and every country, and Ukraine seemed to be the one who would completely people lose the fear of death and would fight the evil force and would save the children of the world. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I see. And I totally clearly understand that unfortunately, we are stuck in this position to defend ourselves, but we are other countries who are helping, they're totally understanding at a soul level. Each and every person who's donating, who's helping Ukrainian refugees, or ammunition, whatever, they understand that it's important that Ukraine wins. Mm.
Actually, they are helping, people helping because they have a compassion. They don't laughing. They're not supporting like a football match game, And this, for some people,
Mhm.
this is it. For people that I see no compassion at all, and supporting the killing. So, okay, I don't want to be repeating the same
Those people
sentence
are inside,
again.
it's black goo. A lot of them have black goo mixed with blood for you to understand why they don't have compassion. They cannot have compassion. They disconnected from their mental, emotional bodies, from their etheric body. They're
Hmm.
totally disconnected. And you cannot prove anything to these people. You literally cannot.
Yeah, you can even kill in front of them, and they says no, no. Probably, this guy is not what it is. We will be always in
Mm.
denial till the end. So we have the proof. We know a lot of people that they think like that, and these people they've never been affected of war, of loss, or injustice, and they watch it maybe too many series of Star Wars. Yeah, they see themselves in basically like the first actor, because the ego again is what is basically leading these people. The ego, I'm this, I'm
Hmm.
that, I'm no better than you, and etc. etc. The other day, a lady she wrote that we have to see ourselves in our own mirror. Every day, darling, I watch myself every day, and I see a person which is honest with myself intellectually. I use my brain like Oksana, like everybody, and we don't really do, we don't follow the ships, okay? Just because they told to follow the shepherd. We think with our head, and we follow our heart and our consciousness. I can say maybe what I say is wrong. Good, can be wrong, can be right. Who knows? But I have compassion. I care about people. I care about the children. I really care about my family, my friends, brothers and sisters. I don't like wars. No war. And when I see people are don't even check why I have this word Z like a symbol. Every symbol is a mark of the devil. Remember, the devil not in a religious way, obviously, but is like a tattoo. It's a brand. It's like when you put in an animal your, basically your surname, your initials. And this Z here, these people, they are supporting a symbol. Every symbol is a mark of these evil entities to recognize where they have to act.
If
This is
he's
on
a
the ground, by the way. This is on the ground in front of everybody. It's not under the ground. This is on the ground. It's visible everybody. So please open your eyes or put maybe glasses. You can see what is happening on the ground.
Yeah, underground, all the bases are connected around the world. It's
On the
like an
ground.
ant.
On the ground. On the
It's like a place where ants live, like ant hive, and it's all connected. They have all this. Yeah, it's the same tunneling system all around. So in order, if you want to save children under Vatican, you can go from Russia, Ukraine, China, Switzerland, Poland, whatever country you want. You can go straight there underground, and you don't have to kill many people on the ground in order to save the children underground. So this theory is like even logically, it doesn't exist.
Mhm.
Biolabs, all
Why they
connected,
didn't? Why they didn't create it?
tunnel
Why
system.
they didn't go to
uh,
kill these people? Why they don't go to fight these people and
vacuum
film this?
vacuum trains. I got the vacuum train system, biolabs connected. The same idea. Put a lot of army people in the vacuum train, shoot them to whatever biolab you want in the world. You know, on the Alps too, there's a lot of them. They're just like one after another in a row, I see. Switzerland, Italy on the other side. and you can take them out anytime you want, but you don't have to kill Italian people or people in Switzerland for that. You know what I mean? None of these theories make sense. These theories are generated by the very eye that is also generated propaganda to fool Russian people, to make them delusional, and
Mm-hmm.
to see only the screen of the TV. That's all they're told. They're told the lies. But at some point, they'll understand that that's going to be a rude awakening there. That's going to be a rude awakening to the point they're going to be, it's like it's like I feel I would never wish it to my biggest enemy to feel that what would they would feel. It's like you feel like blood on your hands because
Mm-hmm.
you supported the system, and
Yeah, and
you
I
trusted them.
I'm quite confused even because many people they call themselves patriotic. They are going against their own country, slagging off their own country. So it's
Yeah, I
I'm
actually
quite
very much
really
respect with
shocked.
my whole heart those who just soldiers who say, I'm not gonna kill. You
Hmm.
do whatever to me, I'm not gonna do it. Those Russian soldiers who say that and who try to escape and
Yeah,
run
but I mean
away.
propagandists, all these people they
Yeah,
from
propaganda.
Italy, from America, from Canada, from
It's
they it's
when you
like
talk
their own
about
country saying
propaganda,
that is they're supporting the basically the
right?
killer. So I
Yeah,
don't understand.
that is those people are connected to the huge egregore operated by the Draconian Empire.
Mhm.
You
Yeah, in
you
fact,
you you know why I'm understanding all this? All of a sudden I see myself like in the Ryan Wars, and I see how they took the Syrian children and they turned them into armies under the swastika sign, and they used us as super soldiers and all that. I refused to fight for them. I was actually tortured for that, and and all this. And that's very much why I refused to be a super soldier, even though they tried. Um, and that's why since I was a little girl, I hated any movie that had war in it. But that's in my blood. It's in my DNA, in my etheric DNA. I'm against wars. That's it. I'm pro peace, pro life.
Mhm.
I want every single of bird, animal, child, mother, father, anybody who has life and consciousness to live. That's why I came here. That period. The other stuff is artificial technology programs. As long as people believe in them, they're gonna be deeper and deeper. It's like that sand that sinks. You sink into the sand deeper and deeper to you, and you're like trying to get out and you can't. As long as you stay outside of you and believing other people, not your heart and
Mhm.
not your feeling, and don't put things together into a big picture for yourself, don't
Mhm.
analyze things. You have to take information and analyze it
Mhm.
you
Okay.
know
Do you think we still have time for the questions and just focus in the question and that's it, and then we close, or we just close here because
all the Syrians who came to incarnate on earth right now holding hands again around the planet, because this is I feel like this is my time. I get it in my head all the time. This is my time right now, like
okay.
never before. But it's for a lot of people. It's for a lot of souls. We're gonna see grand resets in the minds of people. Yeah.
Okay. Time to come back. That's the count of three. You just open your
Mm.
eyes. One, two, and three. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's like, I really didn't want to look at every single thing. I just, if you saw what I see, I mean, it's basically
Mhm.
like little group of souls who are like as bright as little light bugs, right, in the dark. And then around us, all those hanging like octopi, egregora made out of metal, cords, black goo like in the cords. It's like an electrical system filled with black goo and technology all around us.
Mhm.
And we are, some people are literally like in the matrix connected on the back of their heads to those. And others are just like together and holding hands and like let's win this. Let's get together and win this, war on humanity basically. That's what it is. So,
Okay, all right then. So we can
okay,
you stay
we
here,
can
and
we can
thank
end.
you for
Thank you.
this session. Hopefully, we can have more where we can go deep. We can dig in more information soon.
Yeah, but for now it's enough. Thank you.